Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy, xLoL Crypt here. And today, our boy xLoL Cherry the other day did a Black Ops 2 feeding and trickshotting class setup videos. Well, not setup, but like his classes for those things. And I prefer Ghosts. We get into this argument all the time, but I prefer Ghosts a little bit. I switch in between the two games. So I thought, why not do a feeding slash trickshotting class setup for Ghosts as well, because I prefer Ghosts, because xLoL Cherry's on a week's holiday this week. That's why I uploaded 3 videos yesterday. So yeah, we're going to start off with our feeding classes. I bought the extra class set, so I've got 10. If you haven't, then just pick out the best ones. I'll probably tell you which are essential and which aren't. So my feeding guy, I've named Pomage. My most recent guy is Dan is Not On Fire. That's the one I'm working on at the moment. But my feeding guy is called Pomage for obvious reasons. Now, my first class setup, well, the general perks with feeding classes, they're always the same. They're always ready up, sleight of hand, steady aim, quick draw, and focus. Now focus is essential for everything. Quick draw, obviously you can get those quick scopes in a lot easier to snipe with. Steady aim, if you're up close to someone, you want to get a no scope, then that's useful for that. And so if you're running around, ready up's gonna make sure you're always ready for whatever's gonna come at you. Maybe there's a quad up there, you gotta be ready. And sleight of hand, obviously, once you've reloaded, you can get back out there, get in those feeds. So my first class is the basic of the basic. I use this class the most out of all of them. It's the USR, just with extended mags. Now I'll tell you why I don't put Chrome Mind on it, because it has increased kicks. Now you might get like a couple of hit markers with this, but if you want to keep going, then you're not getting much recoil, and you'll just be able to just stay aimed and focused and things. And yeah, but I don't seem to get too many hit markers with this. On your secondary, you're always going to have an akimbo pistol. For this one, for some reason, I've got the Gratches. I normally have the P226 or the Gratches. Gratch, I don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah, Gratch. So you have akimbo pistol, so you can put pretty much whatever you want on here. If you're confident, then go for assault, but I normally run as support on feeding classes, just because I'm going to be running out a lot. And yeah, and just the Space Cats camo on that one. So my second one is the Maverick Captain Price camo, extend mags, so we don't get, because if you've seen my most recent free-for-all feeding video, you realise that with Chrome Mind it has a stupid amount of kick, and extended mags is the best thing you can do with this weapon. It doesn't really want thermal because it's got the tracker sight on it, but I don't tend to use this class very much at all. Yeah, we've got the P226 on secondary there. So the next one is Lynx Thermal. I use this one a lot. I really like this class. It's the Lynx with the thermal sight and extend mags. The normal sight on the Lynx is kind of dodgy. I don't know why. I don't really like it very much. There is a class I have it with, but that's only because I have 10 class sets and I don't know what to fill it with. But yeah, that's the Lynx. Pretty self-explanatory. You don't really need chrome lined or anything with this, because it has the most power, like, out of any apart from the R11. It's got the same power as the R11. So yeah, P226 secondaries. Next one, we've got the VKS Thermal. So yeah, the normal sight's not great on this one either. So I like putting a thermal on it. You can pick out people a lot better. Extend mags, just because you could put armor piercing on, but you're going to be going on for longer feeds with the extend mags. Gratch is second again. Captain Price camo, that's quite good, because if you miss, you can just keep firing and you can get some real good. I've had some real good feeds with this in the past. Well, not good feeds, but like triples and stuff. So the next one, this is my messing about class. This is I actually borrowed this one from xLoL Cherry. This is the USR with ACOG and silencer. I don't use this at all. Well, I'll use it a little bit, but it's just a bit of a mess about, just something to do. That's a bit different. I don't think I've ever put a silencer on a sniper. Never mind an ACOG, but whatever. You get a lot of hit markers, but you know, that's life. P226 secondary once again, Space Cats, and I'm running the Triad one on this. You can put, I've got Whiskers and Stash, but Triad's probably the most, yeah, it is the most accurate out of the lot that I've got there. wonder what happens if you don't have any. Oh wait, no, there's more up here. Yeah, so you can probably put default or blue dot on this, but I'm just running triad for the moment. Next we've got the first L11 one. We've got the L11 extend mags, nothing else because it has enough damage already, and I've got thermal on later on. Captain Price camo. I just tend to switch between the two camos that I've bought, just because then I get the most use out of them. Gratch's secondary might change that, maybe, I don't know. But I quite like Gratch's. So yeah, this one's actually pretty good. Like, a lot of people don't use the L11, but I don't really get it, because it's like the USR, but like I found the USR a bit easier to use, but with the recoil compensator you get like more damage than the USR with the same amount of recoil without chrome lined on it, which is pretty sick. So yeah, that's that class. The next one is L11 thermal. Thermal seems to work really well on the L11. It doesn't really work on the USR. Extend mags for reasons I've already explained. P226 second with the Space Cats camo, and I've just gone out. USR thermal, I don't really know how, I use this class every now and again, but thermal doesn't tend to work for me that well on the USR, but extend mags with that, I don't use this very often. P226 secondary, but if I've seen a few people running thermal on the USR, if it works for you, then by all means use it. So next we've got the VKS. This is with the normal scope. I don't mind the normal scope, it's better than the thingy normal scope. What is it? The Lynx normal scope, I think. It's okay. So if I'm bored of thermal or whatever, or thermal isn't working, I'm not feeling it that day, then I can just run the normal extended mags with this. Space Cats, P226s. Final of the feeding classes is just the Lynx. I don't barely use this one. The Lynx extend mags, no scope or anything because I have the thermal one. But the scope's kind of dodgy, but if you like it, then by all means use it. Captain Price camo, P226s. Yeah, so that's all for my feeding classes. So next we have Apex, who is my trick-shotting guy. For obvious reasons, once again, I'm just running random patches on this. I've got a gunslinger on this one because quick draw and things, and you use that in feeding. Hijacker, no idea why, it's just a cool patch, I like it. So this is my first one. I make up right, okay, I'm gonna start with a lot of trick-shotting classes on Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is actually better for trick-shotting, but I prefer this for feeding. Although the medals are a bit better on Black Ops 2, but whatever. These are the standard perks for trick-shotting, unless I say otherwise. Now, a lot of the trick-shotting classes, well, pretty much all, apart from like one dual-wheel pistol class I have, on Black Ops 2, have overkill on them, but since it's a Perkins game, not a thingy card, what's it called, a wild card, I think, then you have to replace one of these essential perks for it. Now I tend to get rid of sleight of hand, but I'll talk to you more about that later. But yeah, you've got ready ops, so just if you want to sprint into a trick shot, that's good. Sleight of hand for maybe if you want to do a reload shot or whatever with your primary weapon, or your secondary for that matter. Reflex, which is essential for any trick-shotting class, just so you can swap about. Cancels things, wonderful. Steady aim, just basically like having laser on Black Ops 2, just basically means you're more likely to hit. And resilience means you don't take any damage from falling, which is essential. So this one is just the L11 chrome lined armor piercing, because we're not that bothered about kick or anything, because it's just going to be a one-shot thing. We're not going to be going for feeds or anything. Armor piercing, just to get that sneaky wall bang. Gratches with a Kimbo. Now this is quite, I like these for, I don't know, the reload animation just seems to be quite nice. For trick shotting, they're quite nice. With a throwing knife there, so with that you can do cancels, a knife cancel, or a silence shot, or whatever. So they're pretty good. And a 9-bang, you can do, again, knife, 9-bang cancels if you throw your throwing knife or anything, because I prefer throwing knife. But or you can just do a 9-bang cancel, or you can chuck it. I don't really care what you do with it. So with all of them, I'm running ammo crate, so you can do your stalls, ballistic vest, so you can do your stalls, and helo scout if you want to go for a sneaky helo scout shot, which nobody ever hits. Now, this is probably my essential class. This is the one I use the most. Actually, this is slightly different. Instead of ready up, I'm running on the go, just because you can reload while sprinting. You can use it in shots and things if you want to. This is an Apex class actually, but armor piercing, chrome lined, for reasons I already explained. The USR tends to be easier to hit with, I've heard people say. Gratch is second once again. Throw knife, 9-bang, I've already explained all that. Next one is the Lynx dual wield. Why is that an M? I don't know why that's an M9A1. I didn't do that, but I never use that. But yeah, Space Cat's camo, chrome line armor piercing. Already described those reasons. M9A1 akimboed, so you'll see a lot of akimboed things. It's going to be more the lethals and tacticals you're going to be focusing on. So the C4 shot looks really nice with the Lynx. You can knife C4, do whatever you want with it. It's pretty sick. 9-bang secondary and the usual perks. Next one's the USR dual wield magnums. Yeah, so it's just the same thing, but with magnums here instead, because often, oh crap, often that might look a bit better with magnums. If you prefer magnums, then it's good. I don't really care what you do, it's just another one with a knife and a 9-bang. So the next one is the first Maverick class. Maverick's actually okay for Trickshotting. Chrome lined, armor piercing, P226's akimboed secondary, and the C4 shot actually looks really nice with the Maverick. And the 9-bang, so yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory there. This is just in case like I join a game with my trickshotting gang selected, because I have 10 slots I can do this. I just have a normal sniping class just in case I'm in a game, which I don't want, or maybe I can't trickshot for some reason that day, and I just want to be sniping normally, so I'm running chrome lined. Extend mags because I'm not feeding. P26 is second, and you can note this down if you want. Ready up, sleight of hand, steady aim, quick draw, focus, like all the other classes. I've changed the strike package there as well. God, this is taking a while. So the next class is the Lynx, chrome lined arm piercing, Space Cats. Secondly, we've got the PW with a tack knife on it. I think you can do, well, I tend to implement this in shots sometimes, because I obviously hit a lot of shots. Lol, JK, no I don't. But yeah, you can implement that at the start of the shot. I tend to do that with. But C4, because the C4 is nice on the Lynx, and 9-bang. No rush through this now. We've got the C4. This is more of an experimental. They get kind of more experimental as you go on. If you just read what's in the next class, then oh my god, this isn't. But anyway, yeah, this is the Lynx chrome line armor piercing as always. Panzer Force. Now, I like with the bigger weapons, you tend to get, like, if you swap, you get a different animation, and I actually prefer that animation. It looks really nice. You can do it with the DSR, but yeah, that's kind of an alternative to overkill, which kind of makes more sense. But if you want to do reloads, it's kind of dodgy, but whatever. With a knife and a 9-bangs, pretty standard there. Everything's the same on that front. Yeah, it is. No, the next, this is the xLoL Crypt signature overkill class thing that I use on ghosts a lot. This is my signature class. No, this is like an experimental class really. Chrome line armor piercing with overkill, and the MTS with slug rounds. I don't even know. No, I do know. The swaps look nicer with this. It's actually a really cool shotgun. And if you want to tag people, then slug rounds is perfect for that. If you want to hit a shot from miles away. Now I've got a trophy system on tactical. Personally, I think trophy systems look really nice in shots. Knife, reflex, steady aim, resilience, overkill. So I've had to get rid of ready up and sleight of hand for that. So that's kind of dodgy, but it looks quite nice, and the shotgun on the back actually looks sick. I haven't noticed that before. Final class is the Maverick A2 with such a random class. Right shield second. The swaps look nice with it, I think. I should probably put something on this. I might put a scrambler on it. Yeah. So the swaps look, I think that it's the same swap animation as I mentioned before that I like. You can place it, can you even place it down in this game? I don't even know. But you can hit with this, I think, like, put that into a shot, I don't know. C4